He's sick.
Amy Lawson,
She's on personal business.
Art Sumeyer here, Ed Brand,
Here.
Chris McCreek,
Here.
Tony May. Absent. Missy Glazier. Adam Zaklikowski. Alex Emerald.
I'm here.
Did I say that wrong?
Okay, we have a quorum. Approval of the meeting agenda. Is there any changes in the agenda?
No.
Okay, I'll need a motion to approve the meeting agenda.
I make a motion to approve the meeting agenda as written.
Second.
I had a motion on the floor. It's been properly second. All in favor of the motion signify by usual sign. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, consider the approval of the September meeting minutes. If there's no corrections or delete or additions, I'll need a motion to approve the meeting minutes.
I make a motion to approve the September RDC meeting minutes.
I have a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
I have a motion on the floor has been properly second. All in favor of the motion signify the usual sign. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the next business is,
Excuse me, Hart, if you wanted to go ahead and sign that on Scott's behalf.
The previous minutes.
okay, the next order of business is old business. Kevin Crotchfelt, is he here?
Doesn't appear to be so.
Okay, we will move Kevin Crotchfield to the November meeting. There is no new business. Oh, wait, yes, there is new business. The RDC to approve a bid for the previously authorized payment improvement to Old State Road 67. Is there someone here to address that?
That would be me. Is this thing on? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, if you'll remember earlier, this is the old State Road 67 project. I believe you've got a map there in front of you. This was when Scooters was proposing their build on the west side of town. There was some concerns with the old State Road 67 and how to clean that up. We want to take the opportunity to clean up the area while they were building, and they've done such a great job. Their property looks great out there. The RDC previously approved, I believe it was 101,000, something like that, in order to contribute to this road improvement and getting rid of some of the old road and resurfacing what's there. And what we ended up doing is just to make it a little bit cleaner, we separated the project out. That way we're only doing town portion and it wasn't a joint combination with the developer. So I took the rest of the work that was scheduled to be done under the town's portion of it. I sent out requests for quotes for 13 different contractors. I only received 2 back. E&B Paving gave us a bid of $102,000, $604.05. And then Smith Projects gave us a bid of $90,962.
E&B paving was the first one.
E&B, yes,
Okay, and then-
$102,604.05.
And then Smith,
90,962,
90,000
$962.
even.
Yes. So I've talked to both of the contractors and both of them are willing to do the work yet this year. Sooner the better. I told them we want to try to get in and get that cleaned up as quick as possible. So they're both committed to starting it this year, hopefully completing it.
You have a problem with either one of them?
No, I mean. I have a preference, but we need to.
What's that?
My recommendation would be to go with the low bidder on this.
Okay. Is there any questions on this proposal?
What's your timeline to get started on this?
The one contractor, the low bid told me that they would start right after Thanksgiving. I told them that they really needed to step it up a little bit. And he was gonna get back with me tomorrow. I think he was gonna try to get back before this meeting tonight, but he thinks he's gonna be able to start before Thanksgiving. So we're hoping to at least get the paving done this year.
I have no questions.
Well, Joe, if I'm looking at this correctly, it looks like part of the old state route will be removed entirely.
Yes.
Dug up, removed.
Get rid of that bad angle where it hits Broadway. It was
Right.
always used kind of like a merge, like a ramp on getting on the interstate, and people would be trying to jump out and merge there. It's kind of a dangerous crossing. So that cleans that up.
So from where this turn lane is, everything toward the point there is going to be eliminated.
Yes, that will be sodded or not
Okay.
sodded, but dirt and grass.
And then how are we, how's this going out to the road? Is it gonna be access there?
Yeah, as you can see, the way the drawing shows, like the scooters entrance there. They have dedicated that as a egress. Like a public access right away or easement. So that road will allow vehicles to go in there and go into scooters and then also go behind there to the road behind it. And the road behind it then will also go back and connect to BP.
I have a kind of a generic question.
Mhm.
Who maintains, so where that's gonna be seated? Who mows that?
A lot of times we mow, like right now, we'll go out and kind of mow the road ditch between the railroad and and that road is existing there. But we've actually got a resolution that it is up to the property owners to maintain their property up to the right of way, so. And they've agreed. I talked to the guy this morning and he was actually asking if we could dedicate it and just, abandon it. But the down part of that would be, half of that would go to the railroad and half of that would go to scooters, so it's not very clean that way. Being that it's partially railroad. So we told him that we would try to fix it up nice, and if we get him to mow it and take care of it.
So right now Scooters owns that entire triangle.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions for Joe? Okay,
I don't have a question for Joe, but I have a question for council. Alex, did you see my email?
I have not seen it. Did you? Oh, you just sent it. Did. Is this property though isn't involved? Is that right, Hart?
Correct.
I think you can just state it for the record.
Okay.
But you don't have any direct interest in this particular property, right?
Nope.
Yep. So no financial interest.
For the record, Mr. John Smith with Smith Projects, is a client of mine. I have, other properties of his listed. But as, Alex just said, I do not have a financial interest in this, property, nor have I been involved in any of the bidding. So, per Alex, it's appropriate for me to vote, but I wanted to, clarify that with him before I cast an
Yeah,
abstention.
that's
So,
commendable to at least make that public.
okay,
is that good, Alex?
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
okay, if there's no more discussion on this bid for this project, entertain a motion to approve.
I will make a motion to approve Smith's estimate of $90,962 for this project.
Second.
Okay, I've had a motion on the floor. It's been properly seconded. All in favor of the motion signify the usual sign.
Aye.
Aye.
3-0. Okay,
Thank you very much. I'll let them know.
okay, oh, Kevin, come on up. This is Kevin Crotchfelt of 15180 Properties V2 LLC, owner of the 11/15 South Main Street. State your name and
Kevin Crotchfelt, owner of 15180 Properties V2 LLC, and it's 11-15 South Main Street.
okay, I think from the information we have, you're requesting what we agreed on the project of $2,995.
Yes, sir.
And you had an issue with some hidden costs that you didn't.
Yeah, he had told me about it and I thought it was in the estimate, but when I came up before you
Okay.
the last time, so I'm
And-
coming back on that.
That has caused Mr. Crotchfield an additional seen it somewhere. What was it, $8,000 more, was it?
No, it's 2,500 more.
2,500 more over our initial initial offer for this project.
To be exact, it's 2,140 over. And it was my mistake, so I wasn't coming to ask for more or anything.
Well, I realize that, but
Okay.
I wanted to bring it up for the board to possibly consider.
Yeah, so to recap, so on our budget here, we got 2993.50 as the initial approval, right?
Yeah.
And then so what happened with the 2140?
He had originally told me, the window guy had said, hey, we're gonna have some framing involved in this. And he didn't put it on the original estimate I gave to you. And when I saw that, so what do I say when I'm all here? So we went forward with what it was.
Sure. You want to tell us about the project, how it turned out?
It turned out great, actually. It's nice to have new windows there. The road noise is way down within the ice cream shop and the cigar shop. It's been really nice. They look great too. And those other ones, right, when we were taking them out, started to break. So it was kind of really nice because they weren't tempered or anything. So
Are tenants happy?
very happy.
So the total project cost was this 8130
Yeah, 8130.
or was it so what was the discount applied? Is that
He just gives a discount because I've done other jobs with him before.
so 8130? So if we wanted to give more, we couldn't, or we could, but only up to a certain amount because it can't be more than half, right? 8130 is 40.
So, okay, your original project was 2995, right?
No, 2993.
Or, huh?
2993.50.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I was looking at this
So it was
paper here.
5,987 total.
Okay,
So you're half.
So-
Too.
okay, I misread this, so we offered you 2993.50 and
Yes.
the added expense to you was the 29.
Yeah, the 2140.
Oh, how much?
2140, I believe.
What's this
8130.
2995 on this report we got here?
That was just
That was just an estimate.
estimate.
Oh, okay,
Not a
2993.
building estimate. just
okay,
around.
okay.
Alex, we couldn't pay more than 50%, could we? Is that,
Yeah, I think the rules, Adam, correct me if I'm wrong, but the rules it's 50% is where we
So
cap
the
it.
delta. The delta between 8130 and the 2993.50 divided by 2 is, I don't know if I'm just locked, it's 1,071.50. So if you're,
I mean, it's
Thought
up,
is-
it's up to you. I feel that,
not the extra 1,071.
There's $10,000 of savings in the paving.
Yeah,
I think it was budgeted for 100,000 and
Yeah.
came in at 90.
I agree with that. You want to make a motion?
What was that, 1,000?
1,071.50. So
1,000.
in addition to releasing the funds for the 2930, 2993, 2993.50. You're motioning 1,071.50 in additional.
Okay.
So your total project cost was 8130.
Yes, sir.
Half
Mhm.
of that was the 4,000 whatever number.
Yeah.
Minus the 2993 is 1,071. So we couldn't give you more than that if we wanted to,
No,
but
that's fine. I appreciate it. Well, I
I
wasn't,
think,
And
yeah,
I think
if I'm not wrong here, I think you did not come in today looking for more money.
no,
no.
So this is just, yeah.
Yeah, this is just an offer on our part, yes.
Okay. Do we need to make a motion to release that?
Alex, can that be one motion? If Chris wanted to combine the two?
Yes.
There you go.
I make a motion to release the $2,993.50. The original agreed upon offer for the window project. And also an additional $1,071.50 that we have agreed upon today to cover to help offset the additional framing charges.
And just to clear the air, you're not doing that because I mentioned that, right? That's what you want to make.
Absolutely.
Okay. Second.
Appreciate that.
Okay, I got a motion that's been made, it's properly been seconded to, what was the total?
1,071.50 plus 2993.50, so $4,065.
For a payment of $4,000.65 to Kevin Crotchfelt for the RDC project of the window replacement. All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. 3-0. Okay,
thank you very
Thanks
much.
so much. Looks great.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next order of business is the review of financials. Is there any corrections or additions? If there's no additions or corrections, I'll need a motion.
I make a motion to approve the financials as written.
Second.
I have a motion on the floor that's been properly seconded to approve the financials as written. All in favor of the motion signify with the yield sign. 3-0. Okay. Okay, next order of business is approval of invoices for LandWorx engineering. Would you like to, Adam, would you like to review this with us, please?
Sure. So, if you recall, let's see. Bear with me one second. last year, the RDC committed to paying up to $20,000 for Fortville Actions study of improvements to Landmark Park. And there was one invoice that was paid earlier this year. And these are almost all of the remaining invoices that came in one fell swoop. There is one additional one that you'll see at the next meeting. But simply put, we just add up all these numbers, the totals, and divide them by 2. And that's the amount that the RDC would pay. So when the total amount that the RDC would pay for these 5 invoices would be a little over $8,800.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for Alex?
Make a motion to approve the LandWorx engineering invoices as presented in the amount of $8,803.10.
I second.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor. It's been properly seconded to issue a warrant for $8,803.10. All in favor of the motion? Signify by 3-0. Okay. All right, board comments or staff comments. I'm sorry. No, I'm running ahead. Public comments. They're all together. If there's no public comments, then we'll move to staff comments.
Yes, the only item that I have, if you wish to consider it tonight, is the RDC facade improvement amount that was allocated for 124 East Stat Street, that boutique that was planned at the old funeral home. That project is definitely not moving forward anymore, according to the property owners and the applicant. So, and coincidentally, Scott Meyer had also inquired about that too. If you want to formally rescind that commitment so that that money, which was $15,000, would go back into the non-allocated funds for the facade repair program, you can certainly do that. You don't have to, but something to consider. And then if you wish, we can also send a letter or an email to the Hancock County Alcohol and Commission rescinding the endorsement of the liquor license as well. But entirely up to you, just to basically clean up the books if you're inclined to do that.
Do we have a memo or anything from them saying that?
No, I don't think we have anything. Joe and I met with them recently, and I asked them that question to see if they definitely aren't going forward, and they said, no, we're definitely not going to do the project anymore. So,
Alex, do we need a written commitment before we rescind this?
And the reason I asked that, Alex, is because is that assignable? Is that guarantee assignable?
I don't think, I'm not sure that it is. I'd be more comfortable if we got a new person to have a written commitment from them, just to avoid any issue.
You see where I'm going with that? If that, if we remove that and it's still purposed and they question its assignability, should we, that's why I asked if we needed something from them.
Yep.
Do we need a motion to table that in favor of a memo rescinding that, or what do you think?
Well, this was just, this wasn't a formal agenda item. It was just, as Adam said in his opening, if you cared to take it up tonight, you could. I don't think you need to table it. I think it's enough just from the discussion, and the minutes would reflect if the commission wants to bring this up or have it on the agenda at the next meeting, and make a consideration of approval subject to renewed commitments.
I think we should. I think they should. I mean, it would, if they submitted something to us and didn't find anything in the future, it'd probably make the most sense.
Motion to table next meeting.
Well, I think what he's saying is we don't need to table. We just need to get We just need to get Joe to get a memo from them that rescinds the rights of survivability and all that.
Okay, so we won't vote on it tonight.
No.
Okay.
And let me throw one other possibility out there for you, just in case there's anything time sensitive with this. You certainly could, and the commission's done in the past, approve something subject to receiving the written commitments.
Heard. I'll make a motion to remove the commitment of $15,000 from the RDC Façade Repair Program for 124 East Stat Street, subject to a written memorandum from the applicant withdrawing their interest in that allocation. And their alcohol recommendation from the RDC.
I second.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor. It's been properly seconded. All in favor of the motion, signify the usual sign.
Aye.
3-0. Okay, board comments?
No comments.
Nothing for me.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn the RDC meeting at 6:56.
Second.
A motion on the floor has been properly second. All in favor of the motion, signify the usual sign.
Aye.
Aye. All
Thank you,
right.
gentlemen.
Thanks all. Thanks, Alex.
Everybody.